Hi guys. This is Hirosaki. This story is all about what if Naruto was the Dark Phoenix of Konoha. Naruto has a big secret, he isn't the dead last he appears to be. But why would he show that before he is ready to deal with the stones the council loves placing in his way? The Sandaime, having opened his eyes, will do his best to make sure that Konoha will retain the will of fire. Before we start, kindly like and subscribe to this channel and look over the description box for the author of this amazing storyline. Welcome aboard. Chapter 5, Bell Test. The next morning saw Sasuke and Sakura waiting for their sensei with empty stomachs. Naruto sat a bit away from his team, dozing under a tree with a full stomach. He knew that if you had the chance, you always ate before you had to fight to have enough energy to last through the fight. And if you didn't have much time, that's what energy bars had been made for. Being a ninja took energy, so following Kakashi-sensei's suggestion or not seemed to be another test. They had to wait for 2 hours until Kakashi came. Now Naruto was doubly glad he had ignored the advice. Sasuke and Sakura were obviously really hungry now. "Good morning, team," Kakashi greeted. "You're late," Sakura screeched. "You see, on my way here I saw an old lady that had to carry a heavy bag with her groceries, so I had to help her and carry her things home," Kakashi said. "Liar," Sakura shouted. Naruto just shook his head. She let him rile her up even before the test started. Not a good way to show your skill. But then again, she didn't have real skill. "Well, you know why you are here. Your genin test. To pass this test you have to get these 2 bells from me," Kakashi explained, showing them 2 little silver bells, which were chiming in his hands. "But, Kakashi-sensei, there are only 2 bells for the 3 of us," Sakura said. "Correct. That means one of you won't get a bell. The one that doesn't get a bell will be tied to the post and I will eat lunch before his eyes," Kakashi said. 2 stomachs grumbled. Kakashi looked at Naruto. "You seem to have eaten breakfast, Naruto. Care to tell your teammates why?" Kakashi asked. "Yes, you idiot. Didn't Sasuke tell us yesterday that ninjas have to follow their superiors' orders?" Sakura yelled at him. "A ninja needs to detect hidden meanings in tests. You only said we better not eat because we would only throw up. That isn't an order the way you're worded it. It's more a bit of advice. But against a jonin like you we would never have a decent chance to pass any test if we didn't eat. Therefore I didn't take your advice," Naruto calmly said. "A ninja has to be able to decide which information is relevant for his mission and which is not." "That is correct, Naruto, it wasn't an order. How would you have solved the problem if I had ordered not to eat before coming here?" Kakashi asked. "I would have brought an energy bar to eat once I am here," Naruto answered. Kakashi nodded appreciatively. That was the way a ninja should think. Good thinking, Naruto. You should all think how you can interpret orders so you get the best possible result for you and your team. Orders are not always set in stone, they allow us flexibility to fulfill our missions, otherwise there would be no need for ninjas to think and each mission can be compromised by bad information. That is one lesson you should always remember. A ninja needs to see underneath the underneath. Never take things at face value," Kakashi lectured. Sasuke nodded. It made sense to him. He should have expected another test after the traps yesterday. He would be better prepared in the future. And obviously he needed to newly evaluate Naruto. He was in no way as stupid as he had seemed in the academy. Perhaps he wouldn't be only dead weight slowing him down. But first he needed to see how strong Naruto was to accept him as a teammate. Additionally to not getting to eat, the one or ones who don't get a bell will be sent back to the academy for retraining," Kakashi announced. This shocked Sasuke and Sakura. "Going back to the academy?" Naruto stayed calm. He had expected something like that. He would see what he could deduct once he wasn't under Kakashi's scrutiny. Then Kakashi took out an alarm clock, which brought a tick mark on Sakura's forehead. You have until noon to get the bells. You can use all your equipment. If you really want to get a bell, you will have to come at me with the intent to kill. Kakashi said. But, Kakashi-sensei, you could be hurt if we did that. Sakura stated. As if. Naruto thought. Don't worry about me. Ready, set, go. He said, and the three jumped away to hide. At least they know how to hide. Kakashi thought. Naruto made a shadow clone to keep an eye on Kakashi and jumped through the treetops to a point he knew his sensei wouldn't be able to see. He then started thinking about the test. There was something really fishy about it. No genin would be able to beat a jonin, especially not an elite jonin like Kakashi in a one-on-one situation. So there was more to this. Look underneath the underneath, Kakashi had said. What was the hidden intent of the test? After he had disposed of Sakura by using a weak genjutsu, really, and the teachers at the academy had written she had an aptitude for genjutsu, Kakashi was confronted with Sasuke, who stated he was different from the other two. Well, we will see if that is true. Kakashi calmly said. First Sasuke tried to engage Kakashi in taijutsu. Kakashi had to admit, Sasuke was good for a student fresh out of the academy. He even managed to touch the bells with the tips of his fingers. That was impressive even if he was holding back against his genin. He threw Sasuke at a distance. Sasuke shot a great fireball jutsu at Kakashi, who was surprised, because no normal genin should have so much chakra. When the fireball ran out of energy, Sasuke looked around. Where was Kakashi? Left, no, right, no, above, no, he thought. Below. He then heard and was pulled underground by his feet. Not bad, Sasuke, really not bad. But you still didn't get a bell. Perhaps the Uchiha aren't all what they are said to be. Kakashi said and left his student to ponder. Sasuke was fuming. How did Kakashi dare to insult his clan? Naruto meanwhile had the answer, and it gave him a headache. Teamwork. How the hell should he achieve that? None of his two so-called teammates would be willing to work with him. He had his shadow clone that was trailing and observing Kakashi dispel to get the information about the Jonin's fighting style. He processed the memories of the clone and then went to have his turn. He made two shadow clones to get his downed teammates and to explain them the test's meaning. He reached Kakashi's position and went through some hand seals. Illusion art, cloak of invisibility. Naruto whispered and vanished from sight. He silently closed in on Kakashi's position, trying to use his high level of stealth to steal the bells without Kakashi noticing him. He didn't really want to show his true abilities when Sasuke and Sakura were possibly watching. The genjutsu was a B rank 1, but they would never really know that. If those two found out too early what he could really do, they would bitch to the council and try to have him forced to teach the emo all his techniques, so not going to happen. Naruto was now directly below the bells on the ground. Kakashi seemed to not notice him. He reached for the bells when his hand was caught. He kicked out at Kakashi and jumped back. How had he known? He let his genjutsu on, trying to figure out what had gone wrong. You are really good, Naruto. I wouldn't have thought you to use a genjutsu that hid you that perfectly, but I have been confronted with a similar one in the Third Shinobi War against IWA. Kakashi said and lowered his book. Naruto saw he had uncovered his left eye. Sharingan. That's totally unfair in a genin test, Kakashi-sensei. Naruto complained and let the genjutsu go. That might be true, but then again, you are no real genin, right? Kakashi replied. So you were told. Naruto said. Of course. As your sensei, I need to know which level you are at to properly train you. Hokage-sama told me of your test. I have to say I am impressed. So I decided when I felt the little chakra disruption from your shadow clone dispelling, that I would be prepared to take you serious. Kakashi answered. How far do you want to go? I don't want to show all I can do, or I fear the bastard and the banshee will run to the council to try and get me to give up my techniques to him. That won't happen with the Hokage in charge, but I don't really want to have to see the council at all. Naruto explained. Kakashi covered his Sharingan again and put his book back in his pouch. Understandable. So how about you restrict yourself to jutsus a Chunin could know? Kakashi asked. Sure. It will give me something to do until my clones tell me if they managed to get the two idiots to work with me. So you know what my test is about? Kakashi asked. Yes, teamwork. I just have problems to see them listening to me. Naruto said and went into the cheetah-style opening position. Kakashi was ready and the two started with taijutsu. Naruto tried to confuse Kakashi with his speed, but the experienced Jonin blocked all his attempts to land hits. That will be hard to work against me. After all, my sensei used the same style of taijutsu, Naruto. Kakashi said. Naruto knew that, but he had some surprises in his style. He finally got close enough for a grazing hit on Kakashi's lower thigh. He used his chakra in his hands to damage a muscle slightly. Kakashi jumped back. I see, not completely your father's style then. You included elements of your own. He pondered. Naruto followed Kakashi, trying to press a slight advantage. But Kakashi decided it was time to include ninjutsu in the fight. He changed positions with a log, which was hit by Naruto's overhead kick. Naruto was on guard. He knew Kakashi could attack from everywhere. Then he jumped up and grabbed the branch of the tree when Kakashi shot out of the ground. Naruto circled the branch and used the momentum to attack again. He unsealed his bow staff from his glove and started attacking. The greater reach of the staff enabled him to press Kakashi into defense. But Kakashi decided he needed to up his game. Fire release, Phoenix Flower. He said and shot some fireballs at Naruto. Naruto reacted immediately, putting the staff on his back while jumping back and flying through his own hand seals. Water release, Water Bullet. He shouted and shot a water bullet from his mouth against the fire jutsu. The water overpowered the fire. Naruto shot a flurry of senbon at Kakashi, which only hit another log. In the bushes Sasuke was fuming from envy. Naruto was giving Kakashi a hard time in the fight. It seemed like Naruto was a lot better than he had thought. Are you now willing to listen? The Naruto clone behind him asked. What do you want? Sasuke jeered. The whole damn test is about teamwork. We pass if we work together. I don't like you any more than you like me and we both detest the Banshee. I only want you to push that aside and show Kakashi that we can work together if the situation requires it. The whole getting a bell is setting us up against each other. That's why he told us to look underneath the underneath. You see my original fighting out there. Kakashi is one of the strongest ninja we have in the village, a former Umbu captain. Do you really think we have a chance against him alone? If you really want to reach your goal you need his training, so we need to play by his rules. Nobody demands that we like each other, we only need to reach the mission goal. Naruto said. Sasuke thought about what the clone had said. He hated to admit it, but it was true. He couldn't get a bell from Kakashi, he had tried. And now it seemed that his sensei had even held back. He would have to push his pride aside until he could go after Itachi. Okay, we do it. Do you have a plan? Sasuke asked. Yes, you order Sakura to distract him with thrown weapons, then attack him with your fire jutsu. I will increase the strength of your jutsu with my own and hide a few weapons in it. Naruto said, relieved that Sasuke had finally seen sense. You can use fire jutsus? Sasuke asked, surprised. He had thought Naruto to be a water element. No, but a wind jutsu. The water jutsu you saw is my defense against fire users. Wind is weak against fire, but can also be used to increase the strength of a fire jutsu. Naruto told him. Sasuke nodded. They didn't have time to discuss this. Where is Sakura? Sasuke asked. About 500 meters away at 245 degrees. Naruto answered. Be ready in 5. Sasuke said and went to order Sakura to do her part. The clone made another clone and dispelled it to inform the original. The real Naruto was now on defense and tried to avoid Kakashi's attacks. Damn, his sensei was really good. He replaced himself with a log when Kakashi shot another fire attack at him. He then got the message from his clone. Thank God Sasuke's ambition was strong enough to override his pride for short periods of time. Naruto went to hide again and waited for the signal. Then several Konoha were thrown from the bushes. They were not very fast, but they were on target. Kakashi deflected them without problems. Then Sasuke shot his fireball and the Naruto clone strengthened it with a wind jutsu. The real Naruto waited at the side, expecting Kakashi to replace himself with a log. He knew which log he would probably use, so he aimed a bunch of coated senbon at the place. Kakashi managed to deflect all but one of them and quickly pulled it out of his arm. Kakashi attacked Naruto's position with a flurry of shuriken, forcing Naruto to move. Kakashi made a shadow clone of himself that got him out of danger. Naruto followed, but had to fight the shadow clone. Sasuke, get the bells, you have 2.5 minutes. Naruto shouted. The shadow clone of Kakashi managed to keep his original safe for 1.5 minutes. Then Sasuke closed in on their position and tried to grab the bells only to be stopped by a weakened Kakashi. Kakashi still defended the bells and then the alarm rang. Damn! Naruto said. We were so close. Kakashi ordered the 3 genin to the starting point. He tied Sakura to the post. Nice try, but you all didn't get the bells. Kakashi said. No, but that wasn't the intention of the test, wasn't it, Kakashi-sensei? Sasuke asked. He had realized while they fought together, that their chance to get the bells had increased, so Naruto was probably right. So you also understood it? Sakura, do you also know the true meaning of the test? The secret to pass? Kakashi asked. Huh? A true meaning? She wondered. Obviously not. But you still helped your teammates in the last attempt to get the bells. Why? Kakashi asked. Sasuke said I should. She answered. Naruto shook his head. The girl was so stupid and was praised as the smartest kunoichi in their class. Naruto, tell her. Kakashi said. The true test was if we could work together as a team. Alone none of us would have had a chance against an elite jonin like Kakashi-sensei. Together we had a chance, like you saw in the end. Naruto said. Correct. I wanted to test if you could put your own interest aside and work for the overall goal of the mission, getting the 2 bells. I am happy that you in the end did it, even if not all of you understood the meaning of the test. Therefore you all pass. All of the genin's faces lit up, even Naruto's a little bit. In our line of work, teamwork is the most important factor for the success of a mission. You have to always remember that rules and guidelines are not absolute. If you followed the rules and fought on your own to get a bell, you would have overall lost, even if you would have managed to get one. Those that break the rules are trash in the ninja world, but those that abandon their comrades are lower than trash. Always remember that. Konoha became the strongest of the 5 great shinobi villages by following this mentality. We fought in 3 wars and came out victorious because we cherished our comrades. Individual strength of a ninja is important, but without teamwork even the strongest can be brought down. Believe me, I have experienced it. Look at this stone. Kakashi pointed at the memorial stone. On this stone the names of those we call heroes in Konoha are engraved. All those ninja died in the line of duty. They are never forgotten because their comrades keep their memories alive. Right, we are done for today. Tomorrow we will start our training. Be at this training ground at 6 in the morning for physical training. Kakashi ordered. Naruto nodded and walked away after hitting Sakura's binds with a shuriken to free her. In the Hokage's office the Jonin were assembling to report the results of their genin tests. Even Kakashi was only 15 minutes late, which wondered the others. After the first 6 teams had been reported to have failed, it was Kakashi's turn. Team 7 passed. He said. The others stared at him unbelievingly. It was well known that Kakashi never passed a team. Kurane then got out of her shock and reported. Team 8 passed. She said. Asuma was last. Team 10 passed. He said. Okay, that means we have 3 new teams under Kakashi, Kurane, and Asuma. Very good. The ones who failed their teams can go, the other 3 stay. The Hokage said. When the others left the room, the Hokage turned to the new senseis. I would like a short overview over the things you think you need to work on with your teams. He told the 3. Ladies first. Kakashi said to Kurane, who rolled her eyes. Okay, Kiba Inyazuka has a good base in his clan's techniques, but he is very brash. I will have to work with him to not just rush into a fight but assess his opponent's strengths and weaknesses. He could also use training in chakra control and genjutsu detection. Shino Abarame needs to increase his chakra reserves to better assess his combination attacks with his bugs and to work on his taijutsu, as he can't use many ninjutsu without his bugs like all Abarame. But he has a very firm grip on strategy and knows how to work on a team. It was his planning that got my team to pass my test. Hinata Hyuga needs to overcome the belief that she will always fail that has been instilled into her by her clan. If she could do that, she would be a lot stronger than she already is. She can use her Byakugan at an acceptable level for somebody her age, but I have the feeling something is off with her taijutsu. It just doesn't seem to suit her fully. She has a good grasp on dispelling genjutsu and tries to get along with her teammates. Kurane said. I see. I want you to not only concentrate on training them as a tracking team, get them to be flexible. You have a team that consists of 3 clan heirs who all have had additional training in their clan's techniques. Be creative in how you train them. If possible, get them ready for the Chunin exams in 6 months. It would look good for Konoha if we could present some clan heirs in the exams. Next. The Hokage said. Okay, I guess Kakashi wants to go last as he had the most difficult team of us. Asuma said. Shikamaru Nara is your typical lazy Nara. He worked well together with Ino and Koji, but that was to be expected of an Ino Shikacho trio. Shikamaru needs to get motivated. His techniques are okay, he used one of his clan's special jutsu to capture me. I didn't see any taijutsu from him, but considering his build he needs more physical training. Koji was following Shikamaru's plan to get the mission done with the least possible amount of work. He was in a supportive role. He needs to work on ninjutsu, genjutsu, and speed. His power is above average, like you normally expect from an Akimichi. Ino is a problem. While she worked with her teammates she was complaining that she wasn't on a team with Sasuke Uchiha all the time and about the lack of motivation in her teammates. She is physically weak and has no stamina. The only way she could help with the test was that Shikamaru caught me and she could take over my body with a mind control jutsu. She didn't seem to have abilities above the Academy jutsu, which she didn't really utilize as well. Asuma reported. Okay. Asuma, get your team in gear. You have the same directions as Kurenai, which also holds true for Kakashi. The Chunin exams. Don't let your team slack in their training. If necessary, put them through the grinder. Get their individual skills up. You have worked with Naras and Akimichis in the past, so you know how to handle them. I want both of your teams to be the face for the new Genin teams in the village. You will take at least one D-rank mission a day from next week on. Train your teams to be coherent units. This generation we have a lot of strong individuals and we will need them in the future. Okay, Kakashi, your report. The Hokage said, leaving the two Jonin who had already reported, wondering what was going to happen that they were given such orders. Something was up. I will start with Sakura. It seems like only Kurenai didn't get a fangirl in her team. But your fangirl, Asuma, does at least seem to accept her teammates somewhat. Sakura is weak. There is no other way to say it. She doesn't have any individual skills above what the academy teaches, and she didn't show anything impressive during the test. She only ran after Sasuke like a sick puppy, completely disregarding stealth. The only thing she did in the test was throwing some weapons to help with Naruto's plan on Sasuke's orders. I will have to put her through harsh physical training. The reports of the academy told she was skilled in genjutsu, yet she fell for a simple D-rank 1 and fainted. Which one? Kurenai interrupted. Demonic illusion, hell viewing technique. Kakashi answered. But that is a standard one that should be used at the academy to train them in detecting and breaking out of genjutsu. Kurenai said disbelievingly. I know, that was the reason I used it. I wanted to see if the reports were correct. I have the impression they are not. I would advise you to check up the teaching the academy did in this year. The only ones that passed are the clan heirs and Sakura, because her teammates pulled her through. I have a suspicion that the teachers in their attempts to sabotage Naruto did more damage than we already thought. The Hokage nodded. That was a problem. Normally at least a handful of students from civilian background passed. Next is Sasuke. He is skilled for a genin fresh out of the academy, but he has a serious attitude problem. His obsession with Itachi makes him completely disregard his teammates. He tried to get the bells from me on his own and argued a long time with Naruto after he had lost his one-on-one with me that he didn't need help because he was an Uchiha. It took Naruto telling him what the meaning of the test was and using his weakness, Itachi, to get Sasuke to cooperate. Naruto more or less told him if he wanted to pass he needed to work with him and Sakura, and that he would be stupid to let his pride get in the way of getting the best possible training from me, as I am a former Umbu captain. Kakashi said. How does Naruto know that? Kurenai asked. I guess he recognized me by my voice or has more information on the ninja in the village than I thought. I have had a lot of contact with Naruto when he was little as one of his guards. Naruto performed exceptionally well. He saw through the test and got his teammates to work with him. He also displayed great skills in all areas we test genin in, genjutsu, ninjutsu and taijutsu. His academy report is only good for burning. Nothing in there is true. As you told me, Naruto dislikes both his teammates immensely, but is willing to treat them neutrally to get a mission done. My team will never last past the Chunin exams, but I think I can make it a workable unit. Kakashi said. We thought as much when the team was built. Okay, you already have your orders how to work with your team, Kakashi. The Hokage said. Why does Kakashi already have orders, Hokage-sama? After all, he never passed a team before. Kurenai asked. Because I had to pass this team. The civilian council ordered me to pass them, but with their performance I would have done it either way. I have special orders for the next 6 months to smooth out mistakes that were made in the past with both Naruto and Sasuke. And you know I am the only one who can teach Sasuke in using his Sharingan as I have one myself, that is once he awakens it. Kakashi said. The problem is the council has put Sasuke on a pedestal in the village. Especially the civilians, but also some of the clans, see him as a potential source of power for them in the future. He is the only one who can bring back the Uchiha clan in Konoha and with them the Sharingan, one of the strongest bloodline limits. The problem is that their attitude didn't help with keeping Sasuke grounded. He's already fixated on his revenge. I fear with the littlest information on Itachi he will go after him, ignoring his duty to the village. That's the reason Kakashi got special orders to keep his team away from missions that bring them in close contact with the villagers. I want to isolate Sasuke from the villagers as much as possible. Naruto was sabotaged all the time at the academy. The only teacher that treated him normal was Iruka because he didn't let his feelings of dislike cloud his professional attitude. But Naruto hid his true level of skill and intentionally passed as the dead last of his class. He wanted to be teamed up with Sasuke as he knew the council would pull the strings to pass Sasuke for sure. Naruto is a flight risk as well. With the hatred he was shown all his life he has built a strong resent for the village and only a few things hold him here. Naruto can be a strong asset to the village, if we handle him right now, but he could also become its worst enemy. I want to prevent this. The Hokage said. Kurane and Asuma nodded. They didn't want to imagine what Naruto could do if he let loose with Kyuubi's power. Is there a risk he would use that power? Asuma asked. He wouldn't need to. He has other ways. And he doesn't know yet how to use it. But the fox could use his negative emotions if they get too strong for Naruto to deal with them. The Hokage said seriously. He didn't want to have to kill Naruto to protect the village. At the moment the boy was still loyal and there was a good chance to keep him that way if Kakashi succeeded. And Kakashi needed to get ready to take over the Hokage position if necessary. If Kakashi managed to bond with Naruto and became his successor, Naruto would still stay loyal after he retired or died. He had already written down his intention to make Kakashi his successor. He wanted to discuss it with Jiraiya first, but he didn't really see any way that his student would take the position. He would support Kakashi though. Chapter 6, Harsh Training. Team 7 was present at their training ground at 6 like Kakashi had asked. When 5 minutes past 6 Kakashi hadn't appeared, Naruto started jogging around the training ground. Naruto, you idiot, what are you doing? Sakura yelled. Naruto just shot a senbon at her to shut her up. It hit and she wasn't fast enough to pull it out before the poison started working. Sakura stood again paralyzed in the spot she had been. Naruto kept running. After 10 laps, he started stretching. Just when he wanted to start with strength exercises, Kakashi appeared in a cloud of smoke. Sakura was freed from the paralyzing poison and wanted to hit Naruto. Sakura, stop it. Sasuke, report what happened. Kakashi ordered. At 5 past 6, Naruto started running around the field. Sakura shouted at him what he was doing. Naruto hit her with one of his senbons that are coated in a paralyzing poison again and he continued his exercises. He just finished stretching and Sakura got over the effect of the poison when you appeared. Sasuke said. I see. Sakura, what reason did you have for shouting at Naruto? Kakashi asked. He is just trying to make himself look better than Sasuke. And he should have waited for you to tell us what we should do. She accused Naruto. Naruto, what do you have to say? Kakashi asked. I have sensitive hearing and warned her several times now that I won't take her screeching anymore. She is a kunoichi and should behave like that if she doesn't want to be killed on a mission. And the poison just paralyzes her for some minutes. This type had duration of 10 minutes. I was doing general warm-up exercises to use the time until you came efficiently. Nothing more than running and stretching. I would have continued with push ups if you hadn't appeared. Naruto said. I see. Sakura, work on your attitude. There is no reason to yell at your teammate for doing a warm-up to breach time. There are some reasons I won't be on time sometimes, so I expect you to do something useful while I take care of other things. You are considered adults since you became ninja, so behave like that. You can't expect that everything will be told to you. I don't care what you do while you wait for me, as long as it helps with your development as a ninja. But while waiting for physical training to begin, warming up is the most logical choice. Naruto, please refrain from paralyzing your teammates, you can never know what will happen. If there would have been an attack, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself and you and Sasuke would have had to cover her until your poison wore off. Kakashi said sternly. In his head he cursed the mess the civilian council had left for him to clear up. He would really like to introduce them to his 1,000 years of death technique, especially Sakura's mother. Understood, sensei. Naruto said, accepting Kakashi's reasons even if in the village the probability of an attack was pretty slim. He thought Kakashi was capable of faking an attack just to get his point across. Good, now the first thing we will work on is your stamina. Our team has a focus on combat. Therefore you will have to be able to last in a fight. We will start with running 15 laps around the training ground. I will take your time to see where you stand in your training. Today I will mainly get an impression of your physical abilities before we will work on some formations for missions. Ready, set, go. Kakashi said and the three started. Soon it was obvious that Naruto was way better trained than the other two, even if Sasuke did a good job for a rookie. Sakura was panting after 3 rounds already. Naruto finished with 2 rounds on Sasuke. The proud Uchiha didn't like the lead Naruto had and increased his speed for the last 2 rounds. Then he sat down next to Naruto waiting for Sakura to finish. I would advise you to do some stretching while you wait. Naruto said to Sasuke. Sasuke's first instinct was to tell Naruto off, but the blonde was already doing his own exercises again. He had to admit it would be a good filling of time and from what Kakashi had told them just a bit earlier he expected them to fill spare time during training efficiently. So he started with the stretching. Finally 5 rounds after Sasuke had finished his laps, Sakura was done. She fell on her knees panting. We really need to work on your stamina, Sakura. A graduate like you should be able to easily run 15 laps for warming up. Get to stretching for 5 minutes, then we will do the next exercise. Kakashi said, shaking his head. He looked at Naruto and Sasuke who were doing strength exercises. Good performance you two. Sasuke, Naruto, how many repetitions of your exercises are you doing at the moment? He asked. 50 of each, Kakashi-sensei. Sasuke answered, glad he had taken Naruto's advice. Perhaps the blonde really knew what he did. 100 of each, Kakashi-sensei. Naruto said. Good. That's a good level for your current levels. Sasuke, we will work over the next months to get you to the same level Naruto is right now. For a fresh graduate you are doing really well. Don't try to overdo it too fast just to catch up with Naruto. He has trained harder and more than you in the past, that is all there is to it. If you keep up your work like you do at the moment, you will get there soon enough. Kakashi said. Sasuke didn't understand it. How could Naruto have trained more than him? He trained 3 hours each day after the academy. How would Naruto be able to top that? But Kakashi seemed to see his potential, so he must have done something right, just what had Naruto done better than him? And how did he hide it? I trained from 6 every morning to 9 in the evening. I sent a shadow clone to the theoretical lessons in the academy to take my place after I learned that jutsu. That's the time advantage I had on you. Naruto said seeing Sasuke's look. What? Sasuke asked. You wondered how I managed to train more than you. That's the answer, Naruto said and changed his exercise. Sasuke really wondered about his teammate. He didn't hide his dislike for both him and Sakura, but he still gave him useful information. He didn't understand. Kakashi watched the exchange. He was glad that Naruto at least talked to Sasuke professionally. He had no illusions that the boys could ever become friends. It would need a miracle to achieve that. But a healthy working attitude would be enough for him. Perhaps Naruto knew that too. They were worse than him and Obito had been. And they had more emotional scars from the past than him and Obito had had. And Sakura was nothing like Rin, who had moderated between them. Sakura was finished with her stretching exercises. Kakashi knew she wouldn't keep up if he didn't give her a short break, so he decided he would hold a short quiz about optimizing their training. Good, now that you are all warmed up, we will have a few things cleared before we start with the next part. Who can tell me what is the most important thing for a ninja to do besides training right to get strong? He asked. Sakura raised her hand. We aren't at the academy. You don't need to raise your hand anymore, Sakura. Kakashi informed her. Oh, okay, Kakashi-sensei. The most important thing is learning about theory, politics, geography, strategy, and the like. She answered. That's good to know but not the most important thing, Kakashi said. Sakura was shocked. That had always been the most important thing at the academy. The academics. A balanced diet, Sasuke answered. Correct, why? Kakashi asked. Our bodies need certain nutrients to give us the energy for training and to build up muscles. With too little food or the wrong kind of food we are hindering our development. We need carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, vitamins and water to have our bodies work properly. Naruto continued. Exactly. So what would be the worst thing for a ninja to do? He asked. Dieting, Sasuke answered. But how would one keep their figure if they don't diet? Sakura protested. She was on a diet after all to impress Sasuke with her figure. The male members of the team looked at her as if she was stupid. Ninjas don't need to diet because we work out all the time. We burn so much energy over the day that we need to eat a lot more than civilians. Where a normal working civilian would do well to keep his figure with about 2,000 calories, a ninja needs at least 3,500 with my understanding of normal training. You don't have to fear becoming fat with our training, I can guarantee that, Kakashi said. Additionally, you hurt yourself if you diet at your age. Sakura needed some time to process that. Kakashi-sensei, are we going to learn how to hunt and fish? The academy mentioned that on longer missions ninjas should know how to properly get at least proteins. But we were never taught how to hunt or fish? Sasuke asked. Yes, that will be part of our training, Sasuke. You will also learn about all the edible plants in Fire Country and the neighbor countries. Kakashi answered. Okay, enough of a break. Next I will test your speed. You will go over to the other side of the field and then sprint back to the posts here. Kakashi ordered and made a shadow clone to accompany them to give the start signals. Once they were in the other side, Kakashi let Sakura run first. She raced to the other side a bit faster than a trained civilian. Then Sasuke started, way faster than Sakura. Last was Naruto. Should I use my real speed, Kakashi-sensei? He asked. Yes. They need to know that you aren't a pushover. But leave your resistance seals activated. I don't want to make Sasuke more jealous than necessary. How did you know that I wear resistance seals? I didn't even tell old man Hokage about them. Naruto asked. You forget that your father was my sensei. He had all of us use them. Kakashi said. Go. He ordered and Naruto ran. He was nearly double as fast as Sasuke. Sakura fumed. How did the dead last dare to show up her Sasuke like that? You cheated, Naruto. She accused him. There is no cheating with ninjas, Sakura. Cheating as you call it is part of our jobs, get used to it. And Naruto didn't even strengthen his muscles with chakra or he would have been even faster. Kakashi admonished her. Don't accuse your teammates for something that is normal in the ninja world. Sasuke seemed to ring with himself. How could he get the same strength as Naruto? He was an elite, he should be stronger than Naruto. Was it really only the additional training Naruto had done? Okay, I guess you are wondering how Naruto can be this fast. Kakashi addressed Sasuke and Sakura. Both nodded. He has trained using resistance seals. Don't confuse them with gravity or weight seals, they work differently. A resistance seal does like its name say increase the resistance a body is confronted with. On the first level it feels like you are wading through water. With each additional level it gets harder. Using these seals helps you building up speed and strength. I will place those seals on both of you tomorrow morning before we start our training. They will stay activated the whole day, even when you sleep for 2 weeks. Then we will train with them deactivated to get you used to the effects. But that's for a later time. Kakashi explained. Sasuke nodded. So he would catch up over time. It seemed Kakashi really intended to make him stronger. This training was much better and harder than the one the academy had them do. Sakura was scared. How would she manage to stay a proper lady with the training her sensei planned to have them do? And why was Naruto already that much ahead? Okay, next part is coordination. Naruto, I would like your assistance. Kakashi took out a scroll from his pocket and opened it. He unsealed about 100 poles. Have your shadow clones place them in 3 lines with a distance of a meter between the poles. The lines are to be 10 meters next to each other. Kakashi ordered. Naruto nodded and made 20 shadow clones that took the poles and placed them in lines. I want you to run slalom through the poles 3 times over to the other side and back. I will take your times. Ready, set, go. He said and the 3 ran again. Kakashi had them do 50 push UPS, sit UPS, pull UPS, jumping jacks and lifting weights each next. Then he let them walk on their hands through the slalom course. He wrote down all their times. Finally he declared it enough, much to the relief of Sakura. Okay, this is what we will be doing every day for warm-up. As running around the training ground isn't that interesting, I want you all to meet at the gate at 6 each morning to run 2 laps around the village. That's only for the beginning though, we will increase the laps once you get better stamina. After that we will start with stretching and strength exercises. Sakura, you will do 30 of all the exercises we did today. Sasuke, you will do 50, Naruto 80. That should take you about the same time. If one of you still has time until Naruto is finished, add a few repeats. After that I will tell you the exercise for the day. Kakashi said. Sakura looked ill, Naruto and Sasuke happy. That would be good training. Okay, I told you we would work on formations after our workout. We will go through different situations, I will tell you the standard formations and then you will practice them. Kakashi instructed them. It was lunchtime and Sakura lay on the ground groaning. This was not what she had expected from training. Kakashi handed out lunch to them and gave them bottles with water in which vitamins had been added. Naruto and Sasuke started eating and drank their water without comment. Sakura finally managed to push herself up. She didn't care about her diet at the moment. She was hungry and needed to eat something. She looked at the lunchbox and saw that there were some rice balls, some grilled fish, some green beans and tomatoes. Okay, while you eat, I want to give you some instructions for your meals. For breakfast, Eat enough to last you 5 hours, but make sure it is balanced. For the drink take milk, cereals are good, some dark bread, cheese, sausage, eggs, and fruits. I will provide you with lunch to make sure you get enough nutrients for the first week. After that you should have an idea what to pack in your lunch boxes and how much. For dinner, meat and fish are always good, some noodles, rice, vegetables. You can also have sweet desserts. It won't matter if you eat sweets, as I said, you will work the calories off no problem. Go to bed early enough, because you will have to get up at 5 to get ready for training, and eat breakfast without haste. Bring some snacks for short breaks with you. I recommend fruit or vegetables, some sandwiches or rice balls. They are meant to give you back some energy without being heavy. Kakashi lectured. He would do this correctly. And from tomorrow on he would join his team in their exercises. If he needed to get back to his old strength and increase it, he would have to use the time. He expected to be back to full strength in 3 months. Then he could work on getting better. Once his genin had eaten, he gave them half an hour off to relax. They could do whatever they wanted. He knew Sasuke and Sakura needed the recovery time. Naruto would probably be able to go on. Sakura seemed relieved about the break. Sasuke accepted it well enough and Naruto lay down to take a nap. Kakashi led his team to a group of trees that had nearly the same height. Okay, as I told you, one of the first exercises a genin has to learn is climbing vertical surfaces. Here in Konoha we do this by tree climbing. This exercise has a double benefit. For those with bigger chakra reserves like Naruto and Sasuke, it mainly helps them learn how to better control their chakra next to the ability to climb all surfaces without problem. The better you control your chakra, the less chakra you waste using your jutsu, which means you can go longer in a fight and use more jutsu. For somebody with small reserves like Sakura, this is also an endurance exercise. By repeatedly doing this exercise until you master it, you build up your reserves, which will also lead to you being able to keep going longer. Kakashi explained and then walked up the tree without using his hands. As you see, I am sending my chakra to my feet. Finding the right amount of chakra is important. If you use too little chakra, you don't stick. If you use too much you will be repelled. He took out 3 kunao and threw them at his genin. You will mark your progress with these kunao. Naruto, make 4 clones and place them around the tree you are working on. Kakashi instructed. Naruto wondered what Kakashi had thought up, but made the clones. Kakashi walked down the tree again. For the beginning it would be easiest if you took a running start. Now, Naruto, your clones have the job to try and keep you from reaching the top. I know that you already know this exercise, so we will make it harder for you by having your clones trying to hit you with some of your senbons. Kakashi said. Naruto nodded. He had already done the exercise with his clones throwing rubber balls and stones. Senbons would help him be even more motivated. And it wasn't like he wouldn't heal fast if he was hit. Sasuke was the first to take a running start. He got up some steps, then he was blown back. Sakura reached a branch high up in her first try. This is easy, Kakashi-sensei. She announced. Well done, Sakura, but I said that it will be an endurance exercise for you. You will run to the top of your tree and down for as long as you can. Once you can't keep it up anymore, take 5 minutes break and then start again. Kakashi told her. Sakura gulped. She never had to train this hard before. But she wanted to impress Sasuke and this exercise could be one she could do well. So she started running to the top, then back down. She had to pause on the ground shortly. This was harder than it first seemed. Then she had to run up and down again. Sasuke had some problems too. He was blown away at a certain height all the time. He was getting more and more frustrated. especially as in the tree next to him Naruto was showing great skills in the exercise already and was dodging the senbons his clones threw at him while still keeping the tree walking up. Sasuke, you have to concentrate and keep your calm. Your chakra is influenced by your emotions. So if you are getting angry, it will be harder to practice control. Kakashi said. Sasuke, after he had been blown off again, tried to follow his sensei's instructions. He took some deep breaths to calm down. He concentrated his chakra to his feet. Then he ran at the tree again. He passed his former mark by 7 feet before he was blown away again. He grinned, okay, that was the trick. He had to gain control over his emotions and his chakra. He looked over to Sakura, who was sweating and breathing hard, hunched over. She really had little stamina. That's it for this reading. Hit like and subscribe for a free ticket pass going to the different worlds of anime fanfictions. Looking forward to having you on board again.